Justin, congratulations on F9 and on all your work with the Fast and Furious franchise so far.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I believe this is the fifth installment of the franchise that you've helmed so far. Would you say this was the most difficult movie that you've made in the franchise at this stage?
Um, I don't know if it's logistically the most difficult because I think that as we've kind of grown and kind of earned each sequel, we've gone, our team has gone stronger, our crew, we've worked together. So logistically, I wouldn't say that. But obviously, I think anytime we're able to earn another chapter, uh, it is always going to be difficult when our commitment is that let's try something new. Let's not repeat ourselves over and over again. So I think in that case, you want that challenge, because it means that we've now earned another chapter, and let's hopefully try something, and take risks.
Within Fast and Furious 9 itself, what was the most challenging part of it? Was there a particular scene or shot or stunt that kind of stands out in your mind as really difficult to pull off?
It's interesting because I think the stunts overall, again, I have the support of the best crew in the world, and so we sometimes takes 8 to 14 months, hundreds of meetings, and we test it, make sure it's safe, and sometimes in these big movies, for me on this one, it's like trying to convince a 3-year-old that Dominic Toretto is his father. For real, that I would say is probably a bigger challenge than the action sequences.
That's so interesting the way you talk about your crew because it's almost like, art imitating life because it's kind of similar to the dynamic of the crew, I suppose, within the movies themselves as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times, cast and crew, we're now so close, and we've gone through this shared experience. It is art imitating life because sometimes something will happen, and we're like, wow, that moment is amazing. So then it kind of informs us to kind of put it in the film itself. So it's been an amazing journey. I think for me, it's been 16 years, and to be able to not feel alone, to be able to kind of grow with this group of people. I know, I think especially being away, that this is unique and it's not normal, especially in Hollywood.
100%, yeah. My understanding as well is that you have signed on to do the next couple of installments of Fast and Furious. Can you give us a little hint of what fans can maybe expect?
Well, I'll tell you, it's weird because I think nine coming back, there were, obviously there were like things I was excited about, the exploration of family, but through blood, and something that hadn't been done in previously, but also in doing that, the opportunity to go back and really kind of explore the mythology, but as we're heading into the final chapter, this is something that, Vin and Paul and I started the conversation, I think 9 or 10 years ago. And I've always thought it was just an exercise. I never thought we'd realize it, And so, when I came back, Vin kind of pulled me inside and said, no, we're doing the final chapter, which I was kind of grateful. I like the pressure, but it also feels like we've been talking about this for, for almost the whole run for me. So it has a special meaning. And, I would say that it's going to be different than I think all the Fast and Furious, and hopefully we're able to kind of really embrace the essence of why we've been on this journey and how our community has grown, and we'll be able to really deliver something special as we close it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've heard of you speak before about kind of, how the next two chapters will kind of bring it full circle. And it kind of reminded me about how in this movie, we got a few flashback sequences. And I loved those because they really did, the look and feel of them was so like those early Fast and Furious movies. I just love them so much. Can we expect more of those kind of flashback sequences, do you think, in maybe the next two movies?
Well, it's interesting because what you saw in nine is only a glimpse of kind of a lot of the work that we go into it. And this is why I love working with Vin. I don't know if it's because he loves Dungeons and Dragons or like, but the fact that like, whatever we see with at the end of the day, which is 2.5 hours, we usually spend so much time talking about stuff that you don't even see on screen. And it's become like, it's infectious because not only with him, it's with the rest of the cast. And so we kind of build out our universe. And there are characters that we talked about through the movies that we don't even see, you know? And so that's become kind of our process. And, you know, I think the mythology is something that we continue to talk about. And I feel like if appropriate, you know, now that's part of our language, definitely, you know, that will be part of it. But as we're kind of heading into the final chapter, I think, you know, I want to be open to everything because it's now we have literally an archive of conversations through the times. And it's just about finding the right way to present that.
Absolutely. We'll have to leave it there, Justin, but congratulations on the movie again, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Thanks so much.
Really? Duct tape? You acting like we on our way to Home Depot.
Hunter! No,